Is Dallas about to implode? Shocking reports suggest Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy is fed up with Jerry Jones. Are we witnessing the beginning of another coaching exodus in Big D? Stay tuned as we unpack this brewing storm that could reshape the future of America's team. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. The Dallas Cowboys, often referred to as America's team, find themselves at the center of a potential power struggle that's threatening to upset the delicate balance between coaching expertise and ownership control. Our sources indicate that head coach Mike McCarthy is reportedly becoming fed up with team owner Jerry Jones' management style, setting the stage for what could be a tumultuous final year of McCarthy's contract. Let's start by taking a closer look at the man at the center of this storm, Mike McCarthy. For those who might not be familiar with his impressive pedigree, McCarthy has been a fixture in the NFL coaching world for decades. Before taking the reins in Dallas in 2020, he spent 13 seasons as the head coach of the Green Bay Packers from 2006 to 2018. During his tenure in Green Bay, McCarthy led the Packers to their fourth Super Bowl title, securing victory in Super Bowl XLV in 2011. But McCarthy's success isn't limited to just one shining moment. He's one of only a handful of coaches in NFL history to guide a single franchise to 8 consecutive playoff appearances. His overall regular season record as a head coach stands at an impressive 167 wins, 102 losses, and 2 ties. These aren't just numbers, folks. They represent years of dedication, strategic brilliance, and the ability to consistently field competitive teams in a league known for its parity. Before ascending to the head coaching ranks, McCarthy paid his dues as an offensive coordinator for both the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. He also held various coaching positions with the Kansas City Chiefs and even dipped his toes into the college ranks with the University of Pittsburgh. This diverse experience has given McCarthy a well-rounded perspective on the game, allowing him to adapt his coaching style to different players, teams, and situations. Now, let's shift our focus to the Cowboys' recent performance under McCarthy's leadership. In 2023, the team posted a solid 12-5 record, clinching the NFC East Division title for the first time since 2021. On paper, this looks like a successful season. The Cowboys boasted both a potent offense and a stingy defense, leading many to believe they were primed for a deep playoff run. However, the postseason brought disappointment for Cowboys fans. Despite their regular season success and home field advantage, Dallas was upset by the Green Bay Packers in the wild card round. This early exit from the playoffs was a bitter pill to swallow for a franchise that has consistently fallen short of expectations in recent years. This brings us to the crux of the matter, the relationship between Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, the Cowboys' outspoken and often controversial owner, is no stranger to conflict with his head coaches. Jones is known for his hands-on approach to team management, often blurring the lines between ownership and football operations in a way that's unique in the NFL. To understand the current situation, we need to take a trip down memory lane. Back in the early 1990s, the Cowboys were the definition of a dynasty. Under head coach Jimmy Johnson, Dallas won back-to-back Super Bowls in 1992 and 1993. Johnson, a brilliant football mind, had built a powerhouse team through savvy drafting and trades. However, tension began to build between Johnson and Jones over control of football operations. The situation came to a head in 1994, when Jones infamously declared that any one of 500 coaches could have won those Super Bowls with the talent on the Cowboys roster. This statement, whether intended as a slight against Johnson or not, led to Johnson's departure from the team. While the Cowboys did manage to win another Super Bowl in 1995 under Barry Switzer, largely with the team Johnson had built, they've struggled to recapture that level of sustained success ever since. Fast forward to today, and we see echoes of that past conflict in the current situation with McCarthy. Our sources suggest that McCarthy is growing increasingly frustrated with Jones' involvement in day-to-day football operations. While it's not uncommon for NFL owners to have input on major decisions, Jones' level of involvement is said to go beyond what most coaches are accustomed to dealing with. This raises several important questions about the future of the Cowboys. First and foremost, will McCarthy be offered a contract extension? As he enters the final year of his current deal, the lack of movement on this front could be seen as a sign of the growing tension between coach and owner. If an extension isn't forthcoming, it could create a lame duck situation, potentially undermining McCarthy's authority in the locker room. Moreover, how will this reported friction affect the Cowboys' performance on the field? Football is a game of inches where the smallest distractions can have outsized impacts. If the relationship between McCarthy and Jones continues to deteriorate, it could create a toxic environment that seeps into every aspect of the team's operations. There's also the question of how this situation will be viewed by potential future coaching candidates. The Cowboys' head coaching position is one of the most high-profile jobs in all of sports. However, if word gets out that working with Jerry Jones is becoming increasingly difficult, it could limit the pool of top-tier coaches willing to take on the role should McCarthy depart. It's worth noting that this isn't the first time we've heard rumblings of discontent from a Cowboys head coach. Jason Garrett, McCarthy's predecessor, was often the subject of speculation regarding his relationship with Jones during his tenure from 2010 to 2019. While Garrett managed to last nearly a decade in the role, the team's lack of playoff success during that time was a constant source of frustration for fans and, presumably, for Jones himself. For Cowboys fans, this situation must feel like déjà vu. The parallels to the Johnson-Jones fallout are hard to ignore. However, it's important to remember that every situation is unique. Perhaps McCarthy and Jones will find a way to bridge their differences and create a working relationship that propels the Cowboys back to the top of the NFL mountain. As we wrap up this deep dive into the brewing storm in Dallas, we want to hear from you, our viewers. What do you think about this situation? Should Jerry Jones take a step back and give Mike McCarthy more control over football operations? Or do you believe Jones' hands-on approach is part of what makes the Cowboys unique? Is it time for a change in Dallas, or should they stay the course with McCarthy at the helm? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth NFL analysis and breaking news. Reminding you that in the NFL, the drama off the field can be just as exciting as the action on it. Until next time, keep those footballs flying and your eyes on the end zone.